Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I am Kelly Stewart, joined by Dave Koken at Dave Koken on Twitter and Adam Trigger at Top Flight SI. So make sure you're giving both of those guys a follow. We're talking Maryland 20.5 point underdogs at Ohio State, total 71.5. Trig, I had to ask you for the video starter. I go, wait, who did Maryland play last week? I completely forgot. They played Iowa on Friday night, so it's already erased from my memory. Why? Because they looked terrible. Or did Iowa look really great? On the flip side, Ohio State just demolished Rutgers. This total is sky high, but I think it's sky high for a reason. Both these teams should be able to put up some points. Your thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, Kelly, well, I remember that game. I had Maryland last week, and that was an unmitigated disaster for Maryland. They turned it over 7 times, 10 penalties. The younger Tagovailoa threw 5 picks. The game was over before it even started. But if I had to bet this game, I'm definitely taking the points, which now it looks like it's up to 21 most places, or it's 20.5 or 21 with Maryland. Ohio State is not what Iowa is defensively. This Ohio State team has given up plenty of yards this year, and I know that they were better against Akron and Rutgers, but that's still Akron and Rutgers. 3 weeks ago, Tulsa put up, I think they threw for 400 yards. Plus, I think they put up 500 of total offense on Ohio State. And Maryland's a team, they can definitely throw the ball. And if Dante Demas didn't go down for the season in that Iowa game, I would probably have a bet on Maryland here. But that's a huge loss for Maryland because he's probably an NFL caliber receiver that they now will be without this week. With that being said, it's a big number. And Ohio State, for as good as they are, is prone to giving, they've given up plenty of yards. They're prone to giving up points. I have a feeling the back door is open here if you've got, 21, but I don't know that I want to bet against the Buckeyes, especially after it seems like they're hitting their stride a little bit. So Maryland are nothing but probably a pass for me.
Your thoughts, Dave? This is an interesting number here at 21. What Adam said, now they're starting to pop up on the board. It makes kind of want to bet Maryland just a little bit. Maybe the back door will be open, but as Adam said, I do not want to be sitting around crossing my fingers that I get a late touchdown against the Buckeyes.
No, and look, this is a game where I think you've got two teams that might potentially be heading in opposite directions. Maryland, not as good as they showed early on. Ohio State, a lot better than they showed against Oregon and even Tulsa. They're starting to put it together, and the Buckeyes are one of the best 5 teams in the country. They're really good. The problem is the results from last week have influenced the line here. Ohio State would just annihilated their opponent last week. I mean, they could have won that by 60 if they wanted to. And you've got Maryland coming off that disaster against Iowa that they would just as soon forget. Kelly, you said you forgot about the game being played. The Maryland players wish they could forget about the game being played because it was just a fiasco. So I do think you've got two teams heading in opposite directions, but the lines maker caught on to that as well. And a game that probably would have been, I'm going to say 16 or 17 last week is now up to 20, maybe even 21. Well, you can't sacrifice that kind of value and win long term. So I'll stay out of the game. But if you're asking me what I think is going to happen, I think the Buckeyes are going to kill them.
Okay, all right, great stuff from Dave and Adam. Head over to our WagerTalk YouTube channel, search for your favorite team, and I guarantee we've got a video up for this week in college football or NFL.